Hey guys, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and I want to remind you that you don't necessarily have to cook the whole turkey in order to have a good, successful Thanksgiving. You can do a turkey breast. That's a good alternative. It's a lot easier to cook, will take a lot less time. I'll show you how easy it is to do on my Weber Summit Kamado. You can do the same on any smoker where you can keep the temperature between 300 and 325 degrees. Really easy. We're gonna start by making our own rub, and I borrowed this recipe from Horn Barbecue, which is located right here in the Bay Area. So we've got 3 tablespoons of ground rosemary, great aromatics, love the way rosemary smells. 1 tablespoon of coarse ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, and 1 teaspoon each of kosher salt and granulated garlic. We're gonna mix this together and then get it on the turkey breast. So with my gloved hand, just gonna mix it all up, get it good and combined together, all of these spices. I've got half of a turkey breast and I'm gonna hit it with some cooking spray. Just using the cooking spray as a binder. You don't have to do that. It's just something that I feel like doing today. And then I'm just gonna take the rub that we made and just sprinkle it all across the top of the breast. I'm not gonna worry about the backside. The backside is just where the breastplate is. There really isn't much edible meat on that side. So I'm only gonna focus on getting my rub on the top side. I'm gonna let the turkey breast sit in the refrigerator for about 1 hour while I get my smoker up to temperature. Alright guys, the hardest parts about this cook is over. And really now it's just about monitoring the temperature of the smoker. I let it get up to 350 degrees knowing that I'm going to lose some temperature once I got this on the smoker, this turkey breast. I'm just looking to keep my temperature inside the smoker between 300, 325. I'm even okay if it gets as hot as 350. On a smoker like the Weber Summit Kamado, that is not difficult to do. I'm just going to come back probably after it's been on the smoker for about an hour and 15 minutes. At that point, I'll start checking the internal temperature of the breast. Again, I'm just trying to get it to 165 internal. I'll use my Thermopin to check the temperature. We're about 1 hour and 15 minutes in, so let's take a look. And the turkey is looking really nice. And we're at about 119, 120 internal. Been holding steady at around 325. So I'm gonna get it closed back up and we're just gonna let it keep going. I'll probably check in about 20, 25 minutes. We're about 1 hour, 45 minutes into the cook. So again, I'm looking for 165 in the breast, or the thick part of the breast. And we are at 151, so this still has a little ways to go. I will let this continue to smoke and I will come back and let you guys see what the finished product looks like, and I'll let you know ultimately how long it took to get to 165. Here we are guys, it took just over 2 hours and it was well worth the wait. So let me just start to slice into this. And here you can just see that juiciness just pouring out of this turkey. And we all know there's nothing worse and putting all that time and effort into your turkey, and you know, it ends up being dry. So again, this is a nice alternative that you might want to try if you don't need to have a full 10 to 16 pound turkey. This is a half turkey breast. I want to say it was around 3 to 4 pounds if I recall correctly. So this will be plenty for my family, my wife, my daughter, myself. So let's get a better look, and you see we got some of that rub on the skin. So I know this is going to be very, very flavorful. Look at all that juice. You see that juice is just dripping off of this. It's moist, it's tender. And the best part is that you do get, again, some of that rub on the skin to just give it a little bit, you know, extra. So again, guys, this is a really good alternative. Let me know what you think. Give this a shot. Do you sometimes switch it up and just do a turkey breast, or do you always go for the whole thing? Or even if you just have a, you know, you have a feeling that you want to get some turkey, it's not Thanksgiving, you don't necessarily want to go all in. Again, I think this is worth the effort. So again, thanks to Matt Horn of Horn Barbecue. This is a great turkey breast recipe. Give it a shot. This is Kenyatta Robinson. Thank you for joining me on my Backyard Smokemaster Barbecue channel. I'll see you in the next one. Yep.